Boom coming for PC. Okay.
Oh, FIFA.
Okay, so here we go. Jasprit Bumrah coming to the Indian press conference. Trisha Ghoshal, Rohan Chaudhary there. You will soon get that press conference uploaded on the Rev Sports website. Do watch that on the Rev Sports YouTube platform. But Gargi and I, once again, joining you. India ahead, definitely ahead, or closely ahead, little bit ahead. 100-run lead.
Little bit ahead. It would have helped if those 2 wickets hadn't fallen. I think if there was, let's say, 1 wicket down, India was 1 wicket down at the end of the day, I would have said India is still ahead because you still got a Sai Sudarshan or a Shubman Gill coming in. But at this point, losing those 2 important wickets, Sai Sudarshan was looking good. And he was struggling a little bit here and there, but conditions call for it. You can't bat flawlessly in these conditions, and Bryden cast that spell from him, that opening spell from Bryden cast, and then Ben Stokes coming in and troubling the batters, giving them nightmares. I mean, can you imagine being out there in the middle facing that Duke's ball while it's this chilly? It's very chilly, by the way, and the wind is relentless, ruthless at one point, but very challenging conditions. Good on Sai Sudarshan for the way that he held himself. Yes, his innings came to an end a bit earlier than we would have liked. We would have wanted him to stick around, get a 50, get a 70, 80 run, or maybe even a century. But he sort of did his job, negating that early innings, especially in tough conditions like these.
I'd say India is ahead for two reasons. One, you've got your best batter in KL Rahul out there.
Absolutely.
And that was an outstanding innings from KL Rahul. Look at his cover driving. Look at his driving.
Beautiful drive.
You know, he was superb. And with KL Rahul out there and Shubman Gill out there, the century, and with that kind of confidence, Shubman Gill, both of us spoke about this at that tea break show, that Yashasvi Jaiswal will be low on confidence. That's what happened. But now, you've got two centurions coming back to back, Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant. And this is your second innings. England will also start to feel the pinch, by the way. Tomorrow, it's going to be pretty cold. There'll be low clouds. And because of the low clouds, it will be heavy. And the same conditions will persist on Tuesday. I think India's ahead. You've got about a 100-run lead already, close to a 100-run lead. I think 300. Yes, I'm conscious of the fact there will be a lot of these fools around, by the way. You know, people have gotten drunk. They will do all of this madness around. So don't be bothered about it. Having said that, 300 is what India will need, at least. We were, you weren't there. Amit and I were coming out, and I asked Mr. Gavaskar, what do you reckon? And he said at least 300, because England has the batting to chase down. They'll come hard, and if they play off Jasprit Bumrah, all of a sudden they might attack the other bowlers.
Absolutely.
So absolutely essential for KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, and Karuna. Now, your 8 up to 8, that Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur, each of these chaps now have a job to do. Go do the job.
Now,
15,
yes.
20, 25, each run is valuable.
100%. And side note, it's been 15 minutes since play has been called off because of bad light, because of the rain, and the sun's out now. This is the beauty of England.
This is England.
It is England. Yes, but when we talk about that middle order now, Shardul Thakur, Shubman Gill will once again have to take that pressure on himself. He will have to bat it out. He will have to grind it out. So will KL Rahul, and then comes Shardul Thakur, Ravindra Jadeja. What they couldn't do in the last innings, they will have to do it this time around, because India needs runs on the scoreboard. And like Sunil Gavaskar very rightly said, at
300.
least minimum 300 runs, because you know that this England lineup will bat, and they bat deep.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they bat deep, and you've seen that. And by the way, they just not bat deep, they attack. So that's something also important. So when you are playing, India has to keep two things in mind. There's no hurry. India will also have to take time. There's no reason. Take time. Take the first session. If you control the first session tomorrow, it's promising to be a cracking test match. You control that first session tomorrow, you don't lose more than 2. And you've got about 90, 100 runs. You are talking about a 200-run lead. And if you get a 200-odd run lead with 4, then you can start to think, okay, 300. Should we accelerate a little bit? India will have to plan this very, very well. If they plan this well, they bat 2.5 sessions tomorrow,
Yes.
and give England anything over and above 300. By the way, did you see there are indentations?
Yes, there are.
One ball jagging up and down.
Also cracks that are starting to open up now. So Ravindra Jadeja might also come into play.
Will come into play.
Absolutely. So you've got to make sure that you have enough runs on that scoreboard. And looking back a little bit on England batting lineup, because the tail wagged once again. This is what we were afraid of. You know, those final 100, 150 runs that were scored proved to be a little heavy.
Big time. I mean,
Yeah.
Chris Wokes and Bryden Cast, that partnership hurt India. They were quick
Absolutely.
runs, runs were leaked, frustrating, quick, easy runs. They were hitting everywhere, moving away and hitting.
Yes.
That's where India kind of got
Lost
flustered.
the plot.
Jasprit Bumrah had already bowled his spell, so he wasn't coming back. Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna. Look at these guys. They
They're
have
all
gone completely
playing
wanker.
cricket and they're having the time of their lives. But you know, he's taken a DRS, by the way.
But coming back.
I want to talk about the England tail-enders a little bit. Wokes, the shots that he was playing to
He's
just
got 100. He's got 100 against India.
I mean, he was playing those cover drives, opening up the face of his bat and hitting Jasprit Bumrah for cover drives like he's the next bowler.
But all said and done, India at this point, I mean, you know, I was worried that if you lose a couple of early wickets and England get inroads, and all of a sudden at the end of the day you're 70 for 4,
Thank God.
then all of a sudden the entire hard work done over 2 days is gone. India batted well after that early Jaiswal wicket. The way KL Rahul and Sai Sudarshan negated the new ball was genuinely good. Genuinely good. At this point in time, the ball is old. You've already played 25 overs. Yes, there will be conditions, but it's not the new ball. If India applies themselves, shows temperament KL Rahul, shows temperament Shubman Gill, shows temperament Rishabh Pant, this is a match on.
And once again, you know, KL Rahul has done his job.
Brilliant.
He's been brilliant.
From the practice session, he's looked stellar.
Exactly. I mean, I remember KL Rahul was the first person to walk into that net session and we all looked at each other and we said, he's looking solid. His defenses, his strokes, that everything that he was practicing was to the T. And now that we look back on the first innings as well, like I said, Bryden Cast was actually looking good back then as well. Of course, he did not have the help of the overcast conditions and the wind. But today as well, the way that the two, Sai Sudarshan, very young, his debut match, getting out on a duck in that first innings, and then getting out on a duck in that first innings, and then having to recalibrate, gather the strength and the courage to come back, and
he looked good.
He looked very good.
I mean,
some of the shots that he played were brilliant.
I mean, towards the end, I mean, India somehow, as the sort of day's play gets close to being called off or luncheon break or tea, something happens and they get edgy.
Yeah.
You know, that's what was happening, and we were actually sitting in the press box and saying, tighten up. This is the time not to lose a wicket. Even Shubman Gill, that first ball, boom, overslips. That was quite an audacious shot of Ben Stokes. As I'm repeatedly saying, you've got a 100-run lead. You've got time now. You will go back. You will calibrate. You will believe that this match is big time in your hands still. England has to bat fourth.
Yes, absolutely.
You have a Jasprit Bumrah. Indentations. Mohammad Siraj should come into play. Ravindra Jadeja should come into play. Prasidh Krishna's hit the deck. If the ball doesn't jump, if it keeps low, exactly, that will come into play. But before that, a good batting effort, Gargi, tomorrow. A good batting effort will set this game up.
Again, it's on Shubman Gill and KL Rahul. They will have to come back tomorrow. Shubman's fresh. KL Rahul settled in a little bit. But again, it's a new day. They have to start fresh. They have to build their innings once again. But the pressure will be on them and the responsibility more importantly, because they will have to put a price on their wicket and make sure that they get that momentum going forward and do not lose the pressure that India has put on right now. It will be a lot of hard work. It will be a lot of ugly batting and a lot of grind, but that's what they need to do.
So India ahead by 96 runs at the end of day 2. All of us know that. KL Rahul not out 47, Shubman Gill not out 6. You know, the rain has disappeared. It came at 6:04. The rain has disappeared. It is finally. I mean, the game is on the balance. I will say the rain has. Look at that. Clear blue skies on our right.
I thought, what happened?
With clear blue skies. Tomorrow, by the way, it's pretty cold. Look at this. The game has been called off, and look at that skies there.
The skies cleared up, but the game has been called off. Bad timing, I guess. But let's go to the comment section and interact.
Let's do that. Come on.
Bit.
Yeah.
Okay. There were lots of comments coming. Oh my goodness.
Someone is actually starts. Anyone there? Or no? The point is, Gargi and I had to walk down from the media center And this entire area that you are seeing behind, there was jam-packed crowd. People were coming out, and it was real chock-a-block crowd. So it took us at least 10-15 minutes to walk out. That was the delay. We generally start right on time, and we wanted to start on time as always, but that was the delay. Also, let me tell you, it's Jasprit Bumrah coming for the press conference. You can check the press conference on the Rev Sports YouTube channel. Trisha Ghoshal will upload it, and Rohan Chaudhary will upload it straight up. So you can get that also soon after our live show is done.
Okay. Devdeep Sarkar is saying quick couple of wickets, then it will be curtains for India. England just came back again at the right time just before Stumps.
Yeah, quick couple of wickets at the start of the England innings will also be curtains for England.
Yeah.
So this is not like that. I mean, and by the way, quick couple of wickets, that's why you're playing 8 batters. In the first innings, Karun didn't score. Doesn't mean he will not score this time round. First innings, Ravindra Jadeja didn't score. Doesn't mean he will not score this time round. There's still a Rishabh Pant. There's still a Shubman Gill. There's a KL Rahul. There's a Karun. There's a hell lot of batting to come, my friend. KL Rahul batting like an absolute champion there, 47. If KL Rahul converts this into 100, India is well and truly set. You've already got a 100-run lead. Runs on the board, priceless. Fourth innings, not fast. It's a different proposition. 300, 200 more runs. Give England a 300 chase and come full on. I think India marginally ahead in this game.
Bore, I wanted to talk about something. If India has a Jasprit Bumrah, England has a Ben Stokes because he's been the best bowler still.
Yeah, and he's inspirational as a leader.
Yeah,
Ben Stokes is hugely inspirational as a leader. Took onus once again. Look at the sun. The game is called off and the sun is out. And by the way, the light will be out till about 10 p.m.
10, yeah.
So it's when you walk out for dinner at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's like bright and sunny, and you're like, what the hell is going on? It's like 5 o'clock in India. The sun and it starts to get bright from 4:20, 25, 30 in the morning. So 4:38 is when I woke up today, and it was bright and sunny. How on earth can you sleep with this sun at 4:30 in the morning? Strange country.
Indranil Roy Chaudhary is saying English bowling is not as superb as it is portrayed.
It is.
We all
I
knew.
agree. I agree. And Josh Tongue, pretty ordinary.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes has made up for that bowling. I think Bryden Cast bowled well. Chris
Very well.
Wokes very average. Josh Tongue not good enough. Shoaib Bashir is not someone India will need to fear. Though a couple of balls to KL Rahul actually started. He was getting the drift, high arm from the tall bowler. And if there are these rough patches from day 4, it will start to open up a little bit. Bowlers' footmarks, some indentations. But England's bowling is not something that India will say, okay, we can't score. You've already negated the new ball. You've already gotten into a nice groove with close to 100 runs. Look, boss, Kargi, simple enough. If at the start of this test match, I would have come and told you, India will have a 100-run cushion at the end of day 3 with 8 wickets in hand. Take it, yes, no.
I will take it.
Anybody.
I will take it. Anybody
So
will take
India
it.
must consider that. You've lost the toss.
Yeah.
You've lost the toss. End of day 3, you are 100 ahead with 8 wickets in hand. Any day,
I think
India will take
it's
it.
still India advantage
100%.
India.
100% India advantage.
Because now, tomorrow, the ball has gotten old.
Plus, you've got your 3 best batters.
Exactly. You've
KL
got
Rahul, Rishabh Pant and Shubman Gill. These are your 3 best batters
And
who
they
are
are
out there.
still-
2 of them out there, 1 will come. These are your 3 best batters.
And then you have the cushion of a Karun Nair.
And
you
a
have
Ravindra Jadeja.
Shardul Thakur. All of them can score.
And this is the time. Sai Sudarshan contributed a 30. If Shardul Thakur contributes a 20, Ravindra Jadeja contributes a 20, 25,
That's
30.
a lot of runs.
That's
That's
what
a
you
lot of
need.
runs.
One glue, maybe a KL Rahul 100, a big one, and then Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, Karun Nair. I keep saying this, and there's no problem with time. Play 2 sessions. India's once again scored at a good clip.
Yes.
You play 2 sessions tomorrow, you will score 200 runs in the 2 sessions. You are 300 ahead by tea. Once you are 300 ahead by tea, you control the game. Do you want to push it to 350? Where the game stands at that point in time? You will know that you will want to give Jasprit Bumrah 1 burst before the end of the day. You will know a couple of quick wickets, and England will start to feel the pinch. This game is beautifully poised.
Sanvi, where is this negativity coming from? She's saying Gill will get nervous tomorrow and throw his
What
wicket
for?
away. He is so predictable. Then she's also saying he's looking tentative and nervous while batting. It's so over. It's not over. He's still
Where?
out there.
How?
Did he get out? Is he back
I
in
mean,
the pavilion?
You know, at the start of an innings in England, any
Anyone
batter,
would be.
these conditions, he's just come out. By the way, first ball, how
It
many
is
balls has he
so
played? I think
windy.
10 balls, right? How many balls has he played?
Less than that,
Check.
I think.
I mean,
Scorecard.
10
10
balls.
balls.
And
Come
he's hit
on,
10
dude.
balls is all he's played. He had
Of
hit
course
that
you'd
one
be
boundary.
nervous.
I mean, give him a little bit of time. First innings,
look.
150.
They're not robots, they're humans.
150 in the first innings. If the fellow doesn't have confidence now, then when on earth will he have confidence? And who tells you he will be underconfident tomorrow? That first shot was not, a sign of confidence. He hit it over slips. He had the confidence to go full-blooded for that shot. And he gets a 50. Look, this is innings number 3. Any 30, 40, 50, any contribution of that nature. KL Rahul binding it together gets 100. People revolve around him with 40s. England got one century and 199, and there were 5 runs of India. You had 3 centuries. So the rest of the batters did not contribute in the first innings. Karun Nair, Sudarshan, Shardul Thakur, Ravindra Jadeja, none of them contributed. They will in this innings. Each one contributes. I'm continuously saying India has control of this game. Marginally, India is ahead. If I told you England would be all out less than India, you would have taken it. If I told you after losing the toss, end of day 300 ahead with 8 wickets in hand, you would have taken it. So take it now. Take it now. Yes, Jasprit Bumrah is your main bowler, but you've got a Prasidh Krishna who did okay in some patches. 4th innings, give them an opportunity. Inspirational leadership, inspirational coaching. This match can be won by India.
Absolutely. We have a super chat here by Rajesh Subramanian. KL Rahul plays in different positions at different formats, but still he is able to pull it off in such tough conditions. How is he able to do that? Remember when KL Rahul was going through a really lean patch and everyone kept saying that there's favoritism, that Rahul...
I got hammered for writing in favor.
Absolutely. This is why, boss. This is why he got a long rope. He's got real potential. And look at how the versatility, the adaptability that KL Rahul gives you in a batting lineup. Tomorrow you'll say go bat at number 5, he'll do it.
Yeah, but did you see the way he batted? He's got that extra second. He takes his time. He's got that lazy elegance about him. At no point is he flustered. If he's beaten in one ball, he will just come back and take his time. And the way he was controlling Sai Sudarshan, continuously talking to Sai Sudarshan. Now it's Shubman Gill and KL Rahul, a former captain and the current captain. And Rishabh Pant comes in. There's a ton of experience in these 3. KL Rahul got 100 last time round, 200s in England, has not won a series. He's your best batter at the top of the order, has that extra fraction of a second. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant innings so far. And as Gargi and I are continuously telling you, in the 2 practice sessions that we watched the last 2 days, he came in first, batted long, took no throwdowns, knocked it, and then batted completely, full focus, then came alone. He was walking around, soaking it all in, went to the center wicket. You could see the man's commitment, and that's on show. First innings, he did the hard yards and then got out. This is his day. Can he get 100? If KL Rahul gets 100, he would have set the match up for India.
100%. And remember the fact that in that day 2 of the practice session, match day -1, the practice session that they had, what happened?
No, nothing. Okay.
In that practice session, he finished up a net session of 2 hours, went to the center wickets, did some sprints in the scorching heat, then took some slip catches. I mean, look at the dedication.
He was around. He was continuously
He was walking
there.
around. Absolutely no sign of fatigue or tiredness, nothing. He was charged up.
And I must tell you this, I had a brief chat with him ahead of the game, and I said to him, you're looking great in that nets. And he said, thank you very much. Hopefully he'll be able to do it in the game. And he's doing it.
He's doing it.
KL Rahul has been absolutely stellar. Even in the first practice game, got 100.
Yes, he did.
He got 100 in the first practice game. The moment he came to this country, he has looked fantastic in this test match. Even in the first innings, both of us made this point that look, when 300s are there, you tend to forget a 40. But it was KL Rahul who negated the new ball, who allowed Shubman Gill to come in at a time when the shine is gone. He came in when the ball is slightly old. He had controlled Shubman Gill, and that is what is essential. Today, Sai Sudarshan was able to do that job for India. Now when Shubman Gill is there, 25 overs gone. Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant, if the 2 of them get going, alongside KL Rahul, I'm continuously saying the first session Every day we say this. The first session
It's
tomorrow,
very important.
absolutely critical for India. India gets 2 sessions tomorrow. If they bat well, this match is set up.
The first 45 minutes will be crucial.
Huge. We'll have our hearts in our mouths. I mean,
Absolutely.
but think of the test match.
Yes.
This is a classic test match.
I mean, again, I said this in the T live, but at no point can you tell where the scales are tipping. At this point, it's advantage India, yes.
Marginally,
but
55-45 for me.
anything could happen from here
Oh,
on.
2 wickets and it will be England.
It could go either way, and that's the beauty of Test cricket. The tensions keep going back and forth, and I love that. It's been one of the most entertaining.
It's beautiful.
matches
It's
to
not
watch.
a 3-day game. It's not a match that is getting over in 3 days. 3 days are done. You don't have a winner. You don't even have a team that you can say, okay, this team is really ahead. You can't say that. Everything hangs in the balance. Everything to play for. This is a fantastic test match. And I'm also banking on Karun Nair. Because if you see that day, Karun Nair was also practicing like hell. Had a failure in the first innings. Wants that badly. He wanted one chance from cricket.
One chance.
Cricket has given him that chance.
Cricket.
This is his second innings.
He needs to grab this opportunity by the throat. I mean, he's performed brilliantly in domestic cricket. He got the opportunity, he got the chance that he was
it was a
asking
stellar
for.
catch.
Absolutely. It was a great catch. Okay, more questions. Rohan Kalita is saying, in this Indian squad, 3 pacers, Prasidh, Arshdeep, Harshit are picked just on potential. Arshdeep on potential? Really? Apart from Bumrah, no one is consistent with line and length. Agreed. Is this a white ball bowling attack?
Look, when you are saying a white ball bowling attack, based on what are you saying that Arshdeep is not good for red ball? Have you seen him in red ball? Have you really seen Akashdeep except that one series? Have you seen an Anshul Kamboj? You've seen a Harshit Rana in one series. You've seen a Prasidh Krishna for a long time, and you can say, yeah, Prasidh Krishna. Mohammad Siraj, has he not done the job in the past in 2021? Has he not done the job in South Africa? So on what basis are you saying this is a white ball attack? I don't think so. By the way, you must remember this same attack almost got Australia out multiple times. It was your batters that let you down in Australia, not so much the bowlers. Even in Sydney in the first innings, India got Australia out for 180. It was the batters who did not give India a 220-run cushion for the 4th innings, 160 chase. Had that been 220, who knows? It was almost the same attack, Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna. So I don't, and 4th innings Ravindra Jadeja will be a different proposition. There is a rough. The rough will be created. The bowler's footmarks will be there. I'm this extra critical narrative that we set, the semantics, using so and so is bad. I don't think that's the correct way. I think we tend to get a bit too negative about our own team.
Yeah.
You should come and see the way the English supporters are cheering for their boys. Every time a shot is played for a 4, the whole crowd goes up in a roar. Every time an Indian wicket falls. I think we need to support our boys a tad bit more.
And when it comes to the crowd, I was expecting a lot more Indian crowd, but it seems
it's
like
very English.
It's a very English crowd. But they've been very appreciative.
I think Lords and Birmingham,
Yes,
you will
of
see a
course,
lot
of
more
course,
Indians.
Of course. By the way, someone suggested that, and I think you should ask the next time you meet Sai Sudarshan what he keeps writing on in his
Yeah, I'll
notes.
ask him. I'll ask him and
Yes.
tell you. He had that white paper. What
What was he writing?
Surely. I'll ask Sai Sudarshan the next time we bump into each other or I catch up or somewhere, and I'll come back and let you know.
Okay. Dipta Chaudhary saying, tomorrow KL 150 plus. Mark my words, and my gut says Shubman will be another both innings centurion.
Boss, then you're winning. If KL is scoring
Then you
150 and Shubman gets 100, boss, whoever you are, you come back to our show and send me your address. I will send you a gift from England. KL Rahul gets 150, Shubman Gill gets 100 tomorrow. Dipto Chaudhary, right? Whose thing was this one?
Yes, Dipta Chaudhary.
So I'm telling you this, and I'm saying this on air. You send us your address, I will send you a gift from England.
Well, someone is saying SRLEO, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sir and madam, take care of your sound boxes. You'll have so much to talk of India's bowling when Bumrah is not playing. Okay.
Yes, but
Hopefully
when
they
someone,
live up to the challenge.
and when things get dire, Australia 2021, Bumrah did not play. Did someone put their hand up? Mohammad Siraj did, right? Jasprit Bumrah did not play in
Yes.
Melbourne. Jasprit Bumrah did not play in Brisbane. Did India win or not win? Again, I'm saying no individual is bigger than the institution. Now that he's playing, you are saying dependence on Bumrah. Someone, the game is far bigger. You will see an Arshdeep Singh getting the ball to come in. Take Australia. Take Australia. When Jasprit Bumrah went out in Sydney, Australia was 5 down. They were all out for 181. Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna did the job. So it's not as if they are not capable. They will have to take responsibility and onus and step up and do the job. That's why it's sport.
Also, for the first time ever, the stadium's completely emptied out.
Yeah,
The gates
because
have
it's a
been closed.
Sunday. No, the team buses are still there. I
No,
mean, a lot of crowds.
That of course, but
We will still not get a taxi for another half an hour because the crowd
Hopefully
is
we do.
all here. People will all
Hopefully we
queue up and
do.
all of that happen.
okay. Final 5 minutes on the show.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
How long have we gone for?
25 minutes.
So let's finish it in 5 minutes.
Okay. Saikat Sanyal is saying Washington Sundar will be better than Shardul Thakur. Also, Shardul Thakur bowling only 6 overs.
That's a
Yeah.
problem. 100 overs India
He
bowled,
needs to
6
bowl.
overs from Shardul Thakur is certainly a problem. Washington Sundar, really good bat. Then why not Nitish Reddy?
Exactly.
So
yeah.
why not, when you're saying Washington Sundar, what has Nitish Reddy done wrong? The 6 overs he can also give you. And he's a better batter than Shardul Thakur.
Absolutely.
In Australia, he has time and again showed how good a batter Nitish Reddy is. So why not Nitish Reddy? If you are saying Shardul Thakur, then go with Nitish Reddy first. He was your second best batter in Australia. Washington Sundar, if the conditions are suitable, only then.
Yeah. Okay. Sadistic Sid is saying
Sadistic Sid.
yes, and his comment is also something like that. He's
So you're a sadist, is it?
yeah, he's saying India's collapse is coming tomorrow. Mone Mokul should resign.
What for?
If India collapses, batting lineup collapses, then why should Mone Mokul
And
resign?
what for? You've dropped 5 catches. The bowlers did create opportunities. Why should Mone
Absolutely.
Mokul come and resign? And this is the first innings of a 5-test series. Why should anyone resign, my friend?
Let's be calm. Give them a chance. Let the series get over, then decide.
Yeah.
on
If they
who you
lose,
want
if they
to
lose 4-1,
criticize.
5-0, something like that, heads will roll.
Of course.
Of course, it will roll. But come on, it's just the first innings. Stay calm.
Someone's already asking about today's dinner.
Yeah. We've got to go to.
Uyare.
You're coming or you're not coming? Oh,
We'll decide.
We'll decide. I'm going to Uyare for dinner, and I want my prawns tonight. India's had a good day. I'll have my prawns tonight, and I'll definitely going to go to Uyare and do something there.
Okay, Fitmonk is bringing up a good point, and we'll take final couple of questions. Look at the contribution England's lower order made, and that's the
We made that
difference.
point.
Absolutely.
112
We spoke
runs
about this,
from
yes.
the English lower order. Sorry, 112 runs between 7 and 11, and 16 runs from the Indian lower order between 7 and 11. That is a telling stat, and that is what has to get rectified in this innings. A Ravindra Jadeja, a Shardul Thakur, these guys will have to put their hands up. Make no mistake. That lower middle order, Karun Nair, Shardul Thakur and Ravindra Jadeja, between the three of them, 75 to 80 runs, absolutely critical. If that happens, India certainly is going to set a very challenging total for England.
Okay, super chat here. KL Rahul, 47 and Stumps. He must start it again from 0 tomorrow. Of course he will have to. Of course he'll have
And
to
he's
get
got the
settled.
temperament.
Yeah, he's got the absolutely. I mean, one.
This is a very different KL Rahul, very calm.
very calm, composed, and confident. Confident is the word that I would like to use here, because
By the way, the sun is out, no rain, not a droplet of rain. The wind has stopped also. Unbelievable. The moment the game's called off, you see this.
England weather for you. But yes, KL Rahul, the point that I wanted to bring up, I was listening to that
stump
radio,
mic?
the stump mic, and I was listening to his calls, and they were so calm. No, that's all he said. I mean, there was just so much assurance in his voice. I think that's a difference that we're seeing in KL Rahul. Final few questions. Let's see. India should consider another man as a second change in bowling in place of Prasidh Krishna.
It's one innings. I keep saying this. If you want to change, it's one innings. Wait for the second innings. You will have ample time before the Birmingham Test match. Test match is on 2nd of July. You will have ample time to make these changes. For the moment, you have to win this cricket game.
Yeah.
You have to bat well, and then you have a second innings where these bowlers will have a second opportunity to come hard at England. Go and win this cricket game. Then think of any change. Who you want to change. Shardul Thakur, Kuldeep Yadav, Arshdeep Singh, all of these things can happen. But for the next couple of days, This is the 11. And you've got this 11, they've got to do the job. And it's a huge test match. 2 massive days, beautifully set up. Back this team, it is eminently doable.
And on that note, we'll take your leave. A big day coming for India tomorrow. KL Rahul and Shubman Gill have a lot on their shoulders, have a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Now it is on them to negate.
And Rishabh Pant.
And Rishabh, when he comes in.
True.
Hopefully.
First are these 2.
Yeah, absolutely. If he's able to, if the 2 are able to get as many runs as possible, maybe 200 between the 2 of them, that'll be great.
Then to khatam. I mean,
Exactly.
if KL Rahul gets 100 and Gill gets a 50, India will win this.
Absolutely.
I mean, anything over and above 300 is a solid total with Jasprit Bumrah, some indentations, and Ravindra Jadeja coming into play. You can even bowl negative lines. You can go and target the body, bowl that leg stump line. All of that is possible. So every result is possible. For me, India 55-45. Let's make it 52-48. It's that close. England can come in, 1-2 wickets. England will be in charge. A draw is also a likely possibility. India will not want to give England anything under 350 if they are able to, given its Baz ball. Every kind of possibility is there in this game, and that is why it is turning out to be a classic test match. Gargi and I will be back once again, 12 noon tomorrow. Let's try and do a special on KL Rahul.
Yes.
We've got so much of footage of KL Rahul batting. We actually were focusing on KL Rahul in the practice sessions. She and I will decode for you KL Rahul and how he got himself into this groove. Both innings he has looked stellar. So watch out for our 12 noon show, the special on KL Rahul. And then at 2 p.m. India time, 9:30 here, we will join you live once again from the Headingley Cricket Ground. For the moment, watch the Jasprit Bumrah press conference on the Rev Sports YouTube platform. For the live, thank you very much for watching. The sun is now beating down and I can't even see straight. But always a pleasure to have Gargi with me on these shows. And to everybody watching and the phenomenal feedback that we are getting for our coverage, thank you very much for supporting us.